Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting. We're here with the USORL League. These guys are locking and loading here in the Xfinity cars, and we end up here at a road course at none other than Watkins Glen. Definitely a interesting track here in New York, everybody's favorite track. We get the S-turns, we get the bus stop, we get the carousel. There's all sorts of stuff to happen at a track like this, and guys are going to be battling back and forth here tonight. I should show just shy, if not on the number, 20 drivers. I'm just waiting for him to get behind the wheel of Garrett Sidnor. If I say his last name right, he should treat me with his presence here tonight. And I'm hoping that is going to go well here for the Zach Chrostowski Designs 110 here at the Glen. Stella joining alongside me here tonight. Tough track here tonight. It should be staying dry for most of this race, and I'm hoping that's going to work out later on.
Oh, dry is good. We can expect some lovely turns here. 6 to 10 degree banking is pretty flat and causes people to use a whole lot of the track, like we see there with the number 9. But it is named America's Best NASCAR Track 4 times by USA Today readers.
All right, we talked a little bit about the number 9 out there of Daryl Harris, our Canadian. Interesting paint job he has tonight. Very, very reflective. Stella, does it kind of signify anything? What is this representing out here? What is this car all about?
Absolutely. This car is a rendition, a paint scheme based off of the old Royal Canadian Air Force C-128 Expediter. It was used in Canada back in World War II and actually all the way up to 1972. So very cool looking car.
Yeah, not bad. I do like that mirror finish. Whoa, can't do that during the race.
I was just going to ask you about that.
You may be testing out the limits, seeing that we are sitting here in our warm-up time. The guys have about another 4 minutes left to go before we start gridding up here for the night. I would say during qualifying, about to be expected. Davey Hazard, I believe, started at least top 5 out there tonight. But Stella, one thing that kind of points out to me is a huge red flag here is our last week's winner, Mr. Hennessy, is not out here tonight, and I do not see him ready to go. So I believe he's one win, and now we're going to be waiting on him to return possibly next week.
Wow. Well, I guess he figures his win in the trucks a couple nights ago was good enough for him. Yeah, Andrew Hennessy won on Thursday here at the Watkins Glen in the trucks, followed by Alexander Green and Davey Hazard. Now, Davey Hazard, I would venture to say, would be the one to watch tonight. After doing that podium finish on Thursday, and he has actually won here 3 times in this league.
Season 5, 6, and 8 is when he won. That was only broken up by Jeff Dixon there in looks like season 7 out there. As he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. A lot of fast drivers. Another one we'll be keeping an eye on is the 42 Ford out there of William Page. I believe he got the pole here tonight out there in that machine. And Stella, I believe when we were talking a little bit about Daryl Harris, 14 going to the backup car, is William Page and Daryl Harris. These guys do it more off of airplanes, I believe, is what I'm noticing. One of them was about an air show. He has his paint scheme last time he was out here. I knew there's going to be a couple different other paint schemes, so maybe the ones you guys remember or notice out there may be a little bit different, but that's what we're going to see. And the 43 is going to be going in the backup car as well. So apparently it's going to be something else. We got trailers full of cars down there in the infield, so hopefully...
Thank heavens.
Yeah, they're kind of mashing each other up already here, Stella, but I would say get it out now and not during the race time.
That is true. That's kind of scary. Some of these guys are making their own S-turns and bus stops here.
Yeah, it's difficult. I don't know what I would do with this, but this is we're trying our best. Good Lord, let's see if we can rotate it back to Austin Hakes. Hakes been doing pretty well out there lately. Right now, looking about another minute and 19 seconds, and we're going to grid here, ladies and gentlemen. And don't be afraid. I don't have 7 drivers out here. I would say, Stella, we've broadcast before with very few drivers, but this one should be at least a good race here tonight. John Peterson, I'm waiting to see when he gets out here. Darren Ingram as well. I'm hoping to see when they get onto the track. Warm-up time is just a last little test and tune and a little kind of adjustments they can make before they get going. Although it is a fixed setup, brake bias is definitely a big thing you want to change here. Start leaning more into the front brake into turn 1, go into the rear brakes more in the S turns. So you're going to see guys making a lot of adjustments each and every lap, and I'm hoping these guys, you don't get them mixed up and somebody hit the brakes, lock them up, and slide on around here tonight. But Stella, the Glen is one of those tracks you might not, as a spectator, see a whole bunch from one set of stands, but I guarantee you the drivers are seeing a heck of a lot more. As we are taking a look right now, look at Austin Hakes sliding through the S turns right here as he heads for the bus stop.
Yeah, normally there's a seating capacity here of just under 39,000, but they have managed to get probably about 600,000 fans in here looking at some of the other events they've had. The Grateful Dead, Fish, some Summer Jam types of things. They use this track for all kinds of events.
Wow. All right. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, looks like we should be getting ready to grid up here in just a moment. I think the guys are going to be getting out there on the track, making sure the tow trucks are fueled up, because I think we're going to be using a couple of them here tonight. Do want to thank Jay out there for being our only chatter out there in the chatter box out there. Definitely being able to reach out and talk to us. There's an easy way to do that. Guys, subscribe here to the channel, and it'll allow you to chat with me up here in the booth about what's going on. Stella, I'll have you float around a little bit as well. As this race, I wouldn't say drags on, as this race progresses, we'll definitely have you reach out there, take a look at a couple of these other guys out there in the on the track and try to see if they're interested in coming up and having a chat with us as they start spreading apart. I guarantee you, we'll be door to door for quite some time. It's going to take an act of God out there to get a caution. It would definitely have to block up the S turn to bring the caution out. Most of the guys that do slide off the track, it won't bring a caution out unless they return back to the racing surface. So, what do you say we go ahead and get to our starting grid? You want to do it, or you want me to do it this time?
Oh, go for it.
Oh my gosh, I feel challenged. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight. This is going to be a handful here, as William Page and Kerry Rogers will be starting 1 and 2. Justin Krasinski. I said that right. Krasinski. Boy, I'm going to say, here we go. Huang Do sitting 4th. Davey Hazard sits 5th. Zachary Webster is our 6th place driver, and let's see how well he can hold on, as Cam Barnes and Austin Hakes are going to be looking to plow past those two. Luke Smith sits 9th, and on the outside of row number 5, Darren Ingram. That's going to round out our top 10. Moving on to Trey Coleman, who sits 11th, and Tommy Bordeaux, who is in the 12th position. Moving on back, where we find Garrett Sidnor, sits 13th. Darrell Harris is 14th, and I don't see Sidnor taking the wheel here, so we'll continue on and see if he's starting from the pit later on tonight. Joseph Weaver starts 15th. John Peterson is in that 16th spot. And Stella, we move all the way back to row number 9, where we find Jason Kristen and Zach Chrostowski. Especially one of our guys out here representing the race is starting almost from the back row, but only holding that single spot will be Tyler Stallwood, and that should be our total of 18 drivers, unless Sidnor can get back out there. Hopefully he can. I would love to see him be able to race here tonight. But let's take a quick look at what our race is going to consist of, though, here at this almost 2.5 mile track. 45 laps is what we're going to see these guys do. 3 sets of tires down in the pit and a 52% fuel capacity. Obviously, no fast repairs and a fixed setup. Of course, me as your lead producer sitting here in the booth with Stella joining me here tonight. We're going to see if we can trip it up a little bit next week as we head to Nashville Super Speedway. But we'll hang out here in New York at a 76-degree temperature out there on the track. So it's going to be awfully cold here, Stella. So I don't know how these guys are going to hang on here in the first couple of laps, waiting for these tires to hook up.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Hopefully they can use some of that patience that they've been practicing and stay on the track until they give them time.
Yeah. Careful, careful, careful. We don't want it to get any crazier out there. William Page getting ready to take off here. Barney has the green flag in the air, and we are green, baby. Here we go. Zach Chrostowski Designs 110 is underway. William Page taking a swing to the outside to get a good turn in, dive into turn number 1 here already. A little bit of trouble here in the back where guys are smashing and bashing each other. Austin Hakes gets stuck on the outside here, and he is fighting to stay into the lane. And this is where everything happens. Everybody having trouble right off the bat here. I think right now we're showing Trey Coleman may have already had trouble here in the back. It looks like the 14 machine already sitting way back now. He drops down 7 positions already on the start. Sidnor looks like he's leaving pit road now, so I think he's finally getting his butt out there.
My.
Yeah.
I hate when they start 2 laps down.
Yep. We hone in here on Davey Hazard who gets through the carousel using all the track that he can. Jay out there says this is his first time seeing them do it in the Cup Series. They're calling it the Cup Series, but we're actually in the Xfinity cars, so Class B cars. So if you guys are well familiar with the Xfinities, these things are a lot clunkier to drive. They're a lot harder, but everybody seems to enjoy them the most. Little slip up there by Kerry Rogers in the number 12. Davey Hazard found that as a weak spot. Inside line for him, and he's going to sit here and shoot for third heading into turn number 1 as we complete lap 1 finally here as we get underway.
Yeah, but William Page isn't taking any slack. He just set the best time on the track with a 1:17.
Yeah, so far so good with a 1:17. I've seen him get down to the 1:12s, but so far it doesn't look like anything is slowing Page down, and I wouldn't, if I were him, let up off the gas at all here. So we still see Page. Look how he slides through the bus stop here.
Yeah.
Fantastic turn. And it must be super nice when you don't have people around you. You can kind of do your own race. As we rotate our way back to Joseph Weaver, who's up 3 positions, sitting 12th. And already, Jason, Kristen, Chrostowski, and Stallhood sitting 13th, 14th, and 15th, up 4 for the night. But I want to take a peek here, Stella. Whoa, 3. Every
Nice.
time I click on Tyler Stallhood, man, I swear, I think he's gotten a little shy when we get the camera on him there. The RCA machine seems to get a little bit loose each time we kind of find him, so hopefully we'll see him continue on. And we got our first caution.
Wow.
There you go. The act of God has happened.
A caution? No kidding. I didn't even have it written on my paper to keep track of them.
As you can see, the tire streaks there. Definitely Darrell Harris got way loose here and ended up going on around. I don't know if Tommy Bordeaux was one of our guys.
Uh-oh.
Who ended up having trouble before. I'm actually going to go back to Tommy Bordeaux and take a look at what happened earlier here in the same lap. Boy, he's not stopping.
No.
Oh, hey, save the tires and save the car. Unfortunately, it looks like about 43 seconds later.
Oh, Nelly.
Read the wall that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little farther ahead is where we find Darrell Harris spinning out here. Looks like he's battling along Darren Ingram. Little nudge. And that gets them, and how a caution came out here is this involved more than one car. And I've got 2 guys stopped on the racing surface. So 2 guys on the racing surface, one of them just put in reverse. That's a yellow flag.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a peek at Trey Coleman as well while we have this moment and see what happened to him. And looped it. That could have been worse, I guess. He'll have a chance to get back. Oddly enough, our driver, Mr. Garrett Sidnor here, should be able to be back on the lead lap here. Starting from the pits, everybody coming on down. Garrett Sidnor now is 17th. We're going to see if there are any takers to pit, and it looks like there are. Hakes, Weaver, looks okay. Well, rather than calling them all out, the top 8 stay out. The rest come in.
Okay. That works for me.
All right. My biggest question is, I would assume they're not going to take tires. There's no reason to. They haven't even really
Be
gotten any
pre-
heat in them.
be pretty
Most of
early.
these, most of this stop should be fuel and goes, and this is just going to be guys being able to squeeze out a couple more laps here. You can't blame them at all. That may be the thing that upsets William Page, who's been leading the entire race here so far, all 4 laps of it. Yeah, I know. I was trying to make it a big whoop-de-doo there. It wasn't.
And out of curiosity, does this league require cars to come into their pits and have a minimum, or I should say maximum pit stall that they can go or allowed to go through? You know, most of them are like go in 3, get to your stall, go out 3.
Seeing it's under caution and it's a straight pit road, I would assume it's not that big of a deal. When you get to curved tracks like Richmond, Bristol, Phoenix, those are the ones that's a big no-no.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, these guys are all on a straight line.
I saw a couple of these guys kind of doing the, what do you call it? The one that always makes me eek. When they kind of ghost through each other?
Yeah, when they drive through the ghosted cars, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they pull out of those pit boxes, they're no longer ghosted. And then they start clinking and banging each other here. All right.
Now, I notice we've got 2 cars in the back that look the same. Do we have teammates? The purples. See the 2 purples?
I believe so.
There you go. So what do we have? A 14 and a 4.
Oh.
All righty. So that's Trey Coleman and Zach Chrostowski.
Looks like they're racing the same Bombardier paint there on the side as well. See the same sponsorship.
Ah.
Oh, rejoining pit road again.
Oh no.
Well, they're getting ready to double stack now. We're not under green yet. So this will be the very last chance. This is probably when I would have pit, as you come down now. Yeah,
okay.
And you're asking about the 3 stalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
You didn't see anything.
Didn't see it, didn't happen.
I would say anybody who had a slight fumble early in the run, now would be a good time to pull that fender back off the tire and go back at it.
True. Looks like Tommy Bordeaux may be doing just that. He's been down in his pit stall for 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. Seems kind of upsetting, though. He does have a good bit of damage to that right front, though. Hopefully he's able to return to the race. Too early to call it. That's what I would say. Get back out there. Pace car lights are off. We'll be back under green here in just a moment. I gotta admit, I prefer it that way. I like seeing these guys race door to door, especially heading into 1.
Yes.
Yes, turns normally causes trouble, and this is where everybody gets separated, is right in this. All right, checking out there in the chat. Ooh, Jesse Witten is saying the 0-2 EOL for Speedy in the pits.
Oops. That would be Jason Kristen.
Yep. Bummer, dude. All right, so Kristen will be starting back from the back of the pack here, starting 16th, it looks like, to the tail of the longest line.
The tail of the... Okay, the tail of the longest line. Gotcha.
Yep.
I was working that one out. Exactly.
Okay, I got it. All right. We say we get this one back underway.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Green flag is out. William Page, Chrostowski, you're going to head into turn 1 here. Hard on the brakes. You see the front lean. Here we go. Does anybody bump? A couple guys sliding out of spot here in the back. Man. See a driver sliding back up to the front is Darren Ingram. Boy, he's on the loud pedals. Number 21 finally gets some space here. If he could just clear Austin Hakes. Hakes not looking to give up here too soon. Both Toyotas going at it here through the S-turn. Page does regain the lead as he heads into the bus stop. Boy, quick cut here by Page. Page has Chrostowski right behind him. He's got a half-second lead already as he takes the wide turn into the carousel. 05 machine down closer to the bottom here. He does shave off 2/10 though by taking that line.
2/10 can mean a big difference here.
Yeah, not bad. You see the 05 back up the turn here as Page dives in deep, gets back up to the half-second mark. Zaneski's got to get a good roll off this turn here. Ooh, almost slides just a little bit here as they shoot down the front stretch. Page has led all the laps here so far. I think Stallhood had some problems here in the back, showing he may have fumbled and fallen off the track. Let's take a quick look.
Oh, no! Points.
All right, that is not going to bring out a caution. So we continue on here. Watching the battle here. Right now we're kind of zoomed in on spot number 6 where Luke Smith is. Luke Smith is the one out there running the 39 Chevrolet. Idiot who was given a steering wheel, huh?
Two.
Yeah, let's see. Uh-oh, Zachary Webster.
Oh, my.
Boy, no caution for that either. Woo!
Huh? That's okay. I said not only one car.
Yep. Well, this definitely ends up getting in trouble, though. It does look like he's mostly off the track. Ooh, boink. Hate seeing that for him right there. That kind of messes up the rest of his run here. That was him exiting the carousel where he ended up getting loose. Let's continue on back up to the front. William Page still leading this by a second. Getting pretty close is Kerry Rogers. Swang Do is sitting right behind him in the 06 Ford.
Wow, he's getting some sky.
Oh, yeah.
Those red and yellow bumpers.
Remember what I was talking about, some of those best times out there. Page is now hitting that 112 mark.
There we go.
112.54. How's that compared to real life times?
Lap record was just now set in 2023 by Justin Allgaier with a 111.8. So these guys are right in the wheelhouse.
11.8 out of Allgaier. Awesome.
Yeah, and the qualifying record is was set by William Byron with a 110. So, yeah, this is one of those tracks where the faster time is alone versus you get a faster time at Talladega with everybody.
Right. Now, it definitely helps you that you're uncontested up there. Chrostowski is the only one that's actually been able to hang out with Page here for the longest. Now he's got to him within a second again. I don't know if Chrostowski's got something for him here later on here in this run. Maybe something he is able to do something about it. And now most drivers are separating themselves by a second, if not a second and a half, between each other. We are still seeing a look here at Kerry Rogers. Rogers still playing chase, though.
These guys are making their very own S-turns, even when it's not an S shape.
Yeah. They're wobbling around a good bit here. We're right now sitting with Luke Smith again. So we head into turn number 1. Knock there to the rumble strip. You see it takes Kerry Rogers and knocks him out a little bit. He's not the one directly in front, he's the one beyond that.
Yeah, these guys are also, I noticed a little puff back there. Some people are actually shaving off these side barriers. That's probably can't be good for the car.
No. No, that and locking up the brakes. These guys will smoke the tire trying to come to a stop here.
Well, they're recommending not even shifting in the S turns to find yourself, where you're comfortable, and then just look very far ahead to, to find your line. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, you don't want to shift. If you end up sidestepping it, bad things are going to happen. I do want to take a peek back, and we did miss it, but we're not going to miss it. This is the pass for the lead. Page has had it all race here so far. There's the first fumble there by Page this race.
Oh, yeah, he got quite loose there. Do you think he was mirror driving?
No, just that outside line, I think, ripped him up.
Zoop. Okay.
Been staying to the outside most of this race. That's Luke Smith passing Huang Do there, who moves now down to 6th. Luke Smith fights his way up into the top 5 now. In the lead is Chrostowski, followed by William Page. He's looking pretty close here.
He is
looking back at William Page, so fellow right now. Great race here so far. Dunn said we've seen a couple of guys fumble out there. I see Kristen working his way back down into pit road. And I think he is the first one to take it to the garage here tonight for Jason Kristen.
Oh, that's a shame. We're still so early in.
Quite a bummer here.
So is that Davey Hazard in the red? In 3rd?
Yes, that is.
Okay.
Yep. So the most frequent winner here at this track is sitting 3rd. Still within striking distance, and we still have plenty of race left to go here. I would say if he's got 10 to go, he's going to be kind of panicking here.
Yeah, but you think this could be a tire-saving technique rather than chasing them down and being all wild child? He can just kind of run his own line and wait for the, like you say, the 10 to go?
Yep. Yeah, time to strike, but he does have to keep him within range. So if he can keep him under 2 seconds, I think he'll still be all right.
Getting close there.
Yep.
Jesse out in the chat says the O2 is done, and he's not very happy with himself.
No. I knew it was a speeding penalty, and we got down to an EOL, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not seeing where he had any trouble beyond that. I don't know if he was just starting from the back of the pack, but still have plenty of time to fight it on back, so hate seeing him heading down to the garage here tonight. Tommy Bordeaux, 13 minutes. I think we're beyond fixed time. He should be done. I just don't know if he is returning here. Well, actually, no. This guy's pretty broken up, though. Right front tire is attached.
That's an improvement. But speaking of back of the pack, take a look at number 50, Garrett Sidnor. He is in 11th place now.
Yeah, that he is.
After starting off 2 laps behind at the beginning, he has made up some wonderful time.
Yep. And he's looking to break into the top 10 here. Darren Ingram is next on his list as he continues to chop through this field. Say that that's what I was kind of hinting at the beginning, is that caution was very helpful, pushing everybody back together and getting him on the lead lap. So right now you might want to throw a thank you out there to
Aw, Mr. Harris. He's actually right behind him.
him is slowly losing his gap here. Sidnor as he's running him down. Right now, the only driver out of the top seven or eight that did not pit is Zachary Webster, who's fallen all the way down to the 14th spot.
Ouch.
Now remember, he had that spin out and struck the nose across the inside wall.
Ah, yes.
So you see that damage right to the right front. Kind of has a crooked smile to the car now.
A little sneer.
Yeah,
Just makes him look tough. I'm looking at Tyler Stallhood. He's bumping the edge of getting lapped here. Needs to bring that 3 into end of line and pick up the pace.
Yeah, if he can. I mean, that car does look like it suffered some damage as well to the right front of that machine. Oh!
That was not my fault.
Now, they may penalize him and have him slow down a little bit for cutting a good part of the track there. Here are our leaders coming through the same location.
Wow.
A little bit
about
different,
slow.
huh?
Yeah, that's because they talk about slow down. I don't think so. They were flying. So, Hazard, you said, needs to stay within that 2-second mark. He is just teetering beyond that right now.
I'd still give it to Hazard, though. He's kind of running his own race. So he may just wait for these guys to come to him now. He would be who decides to take tires. I have seen the winning strategy is not to take tires down the pit road. Who knows? These guys up front, the way they're running, that might be different.
I guess we've seen it work well both ways. You know, it'll all depend on just what they've been doing with them.
All right, checking out there in the chat. Uh-oh. Like RSC Racing out there, Stella. Read it off. What in the world's going on out there on the track?
Yeah, pretty much. Just could not get hold of the setup tonight. Oh, this must be Jason Kristen. Spun into the wall at pit entry. Oh, no sense running even more off pace. Yep.
Oof.
Hold it.
I hate seeing that.
Yeah, because everybody practices and you get, we hate to see people leave out so soon.
Yeah.
We miss you. We'll see you next week. I hope.
Yeah, at the Forbidden Concrete track.
Why is Nashville?
Speedway. Yep.
Why is that forbidden?
You're not supposed to make racetracks out of concrete.
Bah. Humbug.
Yeah, I know. I think some of the best racing out there comes from guys doing that. The world. Hold on a second. It says Daryl Harris may have been having some trouble. I don't know if Harris hopped the track there. Said he's already working his line back to the front here, and that's why I'm trying to check and see what in the world's going on. He's got to calm down there a little bit.
I know of 2. Ah. Aha. So, quick test for the chat. What are the 3 racetracks NASCAR runs that are concrete?
Pit stop here for Davey Hazard.
All right.
First guy in the lead lap working his way down. Lap 18. If that's the case, Stella, is there a possibility we may have to see at least 2 pit stops here tonight?
Well, with the 52% fuel tonight, there is a very good possibility.
Only 2 drivers decide to take this lap. Davey Hazard and Darren Ingram. Hazard already working his way out. Lengthy pit stop for him. We'll see how he flies back out there on the track. He now gets out there in 13th. I believe he does hop in front of John Peterson here. All right, Jesse's close.
Nashville and okay.
Should we
I'll
give it
take
another
Dover.
hint?
Okay.
I won't list it, but concrete is expensive to lay down, so think short.
Ah, that's a good hint.
All right, leaders are working their way on down. Trey Coleman decides to keep out, but Trey Coleman is our first driver who came in on lap 3 for a fuel and go to get back out there. So we'll see how this goes. As Chrostowski comes down to pit, William Page is pitting, and Stella, tires.
Rogers missed. Yep.
Everybody's
Rogers
putting on
missed
tires.
his box though.
Okay, Rogers seems no worse for the wear. It did cost him a second, though.
Yeah.
16:38 in the box. He's looking to fly his way back out here. Sometimes this is where you do see some trouble as well. As these guys fly around here on the fresh tires, somebody will slip up.
Yep. Dale Harris just took a little off track.
There we go, Jesse.
Poor.
There we go.
Haha. Excellent. There is actually one
my
other.
gosh.
Oh.
Luke Smith.
No. Oh my goodness. Does he have a side anywhere that's not crunched?
Holy cow. See if we can find what in the world happened to him here. This definitely blew him to pieces.
It did. No caution for putting stuff on the track. Yeah, Peterson's still in the pits doing some repairs himself. That took almost a minute, but he's on his way out now.
Yeah. Take a look in here as we get here on top of Luke Smith's car. 4 tires. There it is.
Boom. Ooh, again.
Dude.
Yeah.
All right, well, Luke Smith will be rejoining pit road here.
I do believe.
And
He may
that
be
left
set-
front tire's locked up.
It is. I was thinking he may be setting up an apartment for what it's going to take to fix this. Hey, look, it's rolling again.
Yeah, he got it broke loose. And must have gotten
Nice.
wedged up there on the bumper.
Brake cooled off, something.
Yeah, no fast repair, so that's going to do him. Austin Hake's working his way down pit. We still have a few more drivers. Joseph Weaver still needs to come down and visit pit. Zach Chrostowski still has to come down. And we are still waiting for Coleman, Sidnor, and Harris to join pit.
Okay.
Right now, we have our eyes poked on Chrostowski here. He took 4 tires and fuel, the same as William Page, but he has gotten almost a 4.5 second lead over top of William Page.
Oh, my goodness. And they came out within 2/10 of each other from the pits.
Yeah, talk about wild. And with 25 laps to go, somebody better pick up the pace.
My goodness. So, okay. And then on that same, thank you, Jesse Witten out there, Dover, Nashville, Bristol, yes. How about tiny little twist? There's also a track that has concrete on it, but we won't call it a concrete track because they only did the corners. That one. Where's that, Patrick?
Oh, you want me to go ahead and answer it?
Oh, never mind.
There you go.
Just
Jesse's on
got
it.
you.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. Okay, I'll leave you alone now.
All right. Notice how everything concrete seems to be on this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, sure does. I do not know what the significance is, but you're absolutely right.
Just like a baseball stat, sometimes it's, getting the most hits in the ninth inning with only one out in the month of
And
August. on the
I was
third
going to
week.
say months that end in R.
Yeah. Game starting after 7.
There you go.
Alrighty. You want to reach out there here at the moment and give a shout out there to Zach Chrostowski for sponsoring the race here. The Zach Chrostowski Designs 110 here tonight. We're running Watkins Glen here, 45 laps of it, as we've already broken past a solid chunk of it. First set of pit stops have been completed here at Watkins Glen. Yeah, tough night here tonight for Jason Kristen, first one to take it back to the garage. I think Tommy Bordeaux, we could probably say he was as mighty taking it to the garage as he remains in the pit box for over 26 minutes here, trying to put that car back together. We haven't seen Tommy since lap 3. And Luke Smith with an absolute killer of a hit to the wall.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be putting that one back together as well.
Can I bring your attention to number 3, Tyler Stallhood? He has not pit since lap 4, and that was a fuel and go.
Yes.
He is the only one that's still on the original tires and fuel.
Yes. This was probably his time. Whoop! As he falls off track here.
Oh.
Yeah, I would probably say this is probably his time to come in. You see him entering yellow line, does he? Wow! Stays out for another lap.
Okay. Maybe he's like John Wick, he has unlimited ammo. He has unlimited gasoline.
Oh, he doesn't have unlimited ammo. You see Wick doing it a bunch. I'm just concerned about his speed here. Here we go. Right now we're on board with Solomon. Clutch.
Oh.
Yep, we've clutched it, and I think we might have missed it. Uh-oh. Give it to him, though. He is sticking it out longer than anybody else.
Yeah? I mean, nobody else is even close.
Right. Well, unfortunately,
Like
this
17.
does put him a lap down, though. As that is,
Yes.
Chrostowski here that passed him. I think we're all the way down to Davey Hazard that passed him. Oh, man. He's getting way out there. Yeah, he's got it. He's got to pit this time. There we go. All right, Stella, there you go. Stallwood working his way down. Douglas Ross now joining the chat.
Hey, hey.
Awesome, awesome. If everything goes well here, Stella.
Yes.
Douglas Ross should be joining me here in the booth next week at Nashville.
Okay.
So he'll
Whoop,
be
whoop.
at one of our concrete tracks here in the series.
Excellent.
He's just got a few technical repairs he's got to knock down and out. All right.
Yeah, let's see what we got there at Nashville. 150 laps, it looks like.
150 laps in Nashville. Woo, doggy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be putting down a bunch of time.
At sunset, so you might be in the dark.
That's all right. If they decide to put the weather that it is in Tennessee, it's definitely going to be muggy. High humidity, high heat.
Lovely.
So probably could use the sun dipping
The
away
night.
there for a little bit longer. We'll give him an interesting blind spot, though. We are moved here to Kerry Rogers, who's unfortunately down 4 positions here on the night. Sitting 6th, though. Trying to get a hold of Cam Barnes, who's right in front. We haven't talked about Cam Barnes at all here tonight.
Nope.
Ooh, man. You see that? This guy is tail whipping this thing everywhere.
Yeah. He must be practicing his drifting on his off time.
Not afraid at all here. Popping the curves.
William Page again sets another lap record for speed. So he is still 4.5 seconds behind Chrostowski, but he's putting the pedal to the metal. Yes.
A little mouthful there.
Yes.
I just keep saying it, that way I can remember. That way
Luckily, I
always
have a
remember
big
Sydney,
mouth.
remember? Only slaughtered that first 2 races. Kerry Rogers getting a little loose coming out of the final turn to get his 26th lap underway. 19 to go for our leaders here. William Page trying to figure out how to make up a little bit of a gap here. 4.1 seconds to go. He has been as far as almost 5. So he is cutting off some of that time. Davey Hazard has got to start reeling him in here.
Oh,
7 seconds behind. He's beyond the safe area.
Agreed. So definitely time to pick it up. You know what we don't have really is a significant hard charger here tonight. I mean, the largest gain we've had is Garrett with moving up 5 places, but heck, he started dead last. So, but yeah, most of our guys have only moved 2 or 3 spots from their original starting position.
Yeah, which is pretty tough.
I think that's unusual.
Well, as the track starts to spread out, you get your fast guys who are up front, who have practiced, who know the tire management, who know how to fight their way back to the track here. It's hard to catch them, especially if you're outside the top 10 and you're looking to fight your way up to the front. Some guys you will notice, I mean, they even talk about going to a road course. I'm just hoping for a top 5. I'm just hoping to, secure a top 10. Unfortunately, sponsorship does not hold some of these guys accountable out here. Otherwise, they make them show up for the road courses. And I'm sure we'd have 30 guys out here, and that would be even dicier. But some guys decide to skip out on the road courses.
Yeah, now taking a look again, I don't mean to pick on him, but Tyler Stallhood is still in the pits. Now, I knew he was low on fuel, and he probably could have used some tires, but my goodness, 4 minutes?
You ask and you shall receive. He's on the move.
Okay, that's better. I just didn't see any damage on his vehicle. That would either that or he has a really big tank and it took a heck of a lot of time.
Oh no, he was folded up. His left front was folded up on that car. It did say he had a problem. It said he crashed on the way into pit, but I have a hard time believing it. We'll take a look.
Oh. Well,
Here's your left front damage.
Yep, that'll qualify.
I think the bumper then vacuumed itself back on there. The 14 almost gets him. Trey Coleman, target fixation gets him. Holy cow.
No kidding.
Top 12 drivers are still in the lead lap, and the number 3's going around. Oh, don't rotate up. Because I believe that's Davey Hazard, who's praying to get back up there, who's now down to a 9-second loss here.
Ouch. Yeah, I think Tyler just came back out on those new tires, and it was not treating him nicely.
No, not at all. Unfortunately, it does get him caught up in the top 5 cars.
Now, Huang on the number 06 car is currently in 4th place, and you know that's exactly where he finished this track. Oh, wow. Sorry, looking in the background there. On Thursday. So in the trucks. So this kind of seems he's setting a pattern.
That he qualified and he might finish in the exact same spot too.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard of lucky threes, lucky sevens, but I haven't heard of lucky fours before. Let's check in on Daryl Harris again here. Showing Harris might be getting a little out of shape, slinging off the track. Stallwood is having a hell of a time here. I think I might do it for him.
Yeah, he towed.
Yeah, that looks like a garage visit. I will say Luke Smith able to return.
Not bad after 11 minutes of repair.
Yeah, the number 39 making it back out there.
Excellent.
Yep. What do you say we check in on Cam Barnes? Barnes looks like he's getting ready to set somebody up here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Mr. Doe trying to take a shot at it here. Right now, he's getting a little out of shape. I would say the closer you get, once again, we may be able to take the air off that rear spoiler and get somebody a little bit out of shape.
The speeds that they're going, is that really a factor on road courses?
At times, yes. So when you're taking a turn at 60 miles an hour, and I take any sort of downforce you had on that car, like right here through the S turns, it's a killer. Look at the speed we're doing through the S turns.
Granted.
So now you're getting to the top of a gear, third gear, which you 9 times out of 10 see guys pulling through these turns in. The tires are up, the RPMs are up, and then you go behind somebody and take the wind off. It allows the rear tires to then start spinning. Once they spin, you're loose, and that's it, and you're turned around.
He was up to 170 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's one of the straightaways out there.
All
see if I can
right.
find one of see if I can find a track out there.
Oh, okay. We are all spread out, aren't we?
Yep. We're looking at the 97. You'll see him coming directly vertically down.
Bright, yeah, bright red there. Looks like we got a little activity in the Darren Ingram section too. All the little dots were all on top of one another.
Yeah.
Yep, but they're not that close.
Nope. There, Ingram is far enough away from Hakes here.
Okay.
He's definitely got a wide berth out there. I would say Barnes looked like he was going to get a hold of Huang Do, and then I thought Kerry Rogers was going to get a hold of Cam Barnes. But it looks like those guys have spread each other apart by almost a second here.
Yeah, they went from like a quarter of a second to, yeah, I don't know why. But taking a look at our top 5, what a stretch between them.
Yes.
I mean, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5. I'm not sure unless somebody makes a really bad turn, we're going to have any change in leadership.
Yep. I think Mr. Doe had a bad turn here. Looks like within half a second, Davey Hazard pitting.
Really?
Cam Barnes coming down.
All right. I am intrigued.
Excellent. If I were Davey Hazard, it's fuel and go. Get back out.
Really?
Right now, well, he's got to make up some sort of time here. I mean, he could save 8 seconds just taking fuel.
Huh.
But it depends how he took care of his tires this last round.
True. And is it... It's important that he come out there with something different because he's losing time. That's all I was concerned with.
Yep.
He's not creeping up on Page or Chrostowski.
Well, that should be his
Douglas.
final pit stop here of the night.
Oh, yeah. You paying attention there, Douglas? We got some tongue twisters out here, man.
Leader coming on down. So is William Page. Chrostowski and Page coming down.
All right.
Still with time. This gives Huang Do whether he wants to come in. He's electing to come in. Kerry Rogers is coming in. It's Trey Coleman.
All right.
Right now, Hazard has to have this thing to the floor. I believe the pit speed limit is 35 miles an hour, which is a killer.
Now, Huang has not taken tires tonight. So I am curious what he chooses to do this time. He only had an 8-second pit stop. Here we go.
Let's see if we can see something a little closer.
Haha.
Yep. Brand new change for him there.
Bang,
Try to get
bang,
this all
boom.
going on. Everybody else coming down pit road. Still waiting. Daryl Harris still will have to come down one more time, and Trey Coleman will need to come down one time. Both those gentlemen came down on lap 21. Zachary Webster hasn't been in since lap 18.
18?
But he is suffering some right front fender damage, though.
Yes, we can see it from here. My goodness. Yeah, John Peterson came down same time on lap 18.
Boy, look at that. Krzyzewski out front. Now, yes, he is sitting second. Coleman will have to pit. But the difference that we're seeing for Krzyzewski here, he'll have a about 4.5, 5-second lead over Page and 9 seconds over top of Davey Hazard.
Yeah, each one 5 seconds apart from each other. But maintaining their same, there's Coleman off to the pits.
Yep. Krzyzewski already has the lead back. And that's why I was wondering if Hazard had taken care of his tires, they'd have been able to shave off almost 7 seconds on his pit stop time, which will put him within striking distance. But it also depends if he took care of his tires. I mean, if he went out there and beat the crap out of him, there was going to be nothing left of him anyway. So might as well just go out there and be safe and stay out in front by almost 7.5 seconds over top of Cam Barnes, who now resides in that pole position that Wang Do has been hanging on to almost all night. He is 2 seconds behind him.
Yeah, 2 seconds looks like a mile.
Yep, that's him right there. Here's Barnes, and there's Doe. Oh, somebody cutting through the infield.
Just a little bit, Mr. Harris.
Yep. Well, they're going to put the heavy brakes on him on that one.
What? You can't straighten out those S's?
No, and you can't pass somebody while cutting the track, so he had to give up that spot.
That too.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, remember I said Harris is also one of the drivers that still need to pit. Lap 21 is the last time we saw him come in. Wow. What a race.
Yeah,
what a race. 10 laps left to go here with the Zach Chrostowski Designs 110 here at the Glen. Webster is working his way on down pit road, and Daryl Harris is already ahead of him. So that should do it for pit road here tonight. Tommy Bordeaux checking out in 19th. Jason Kristen making it 9 laps, checking out in 18th. And Tyler Stallhood made it 24. And is taking it back to the garage for a 17th place finish here tonight.
I think Luke Smith may have one more stop before we're done. He spent 11 minutes down there getting fixed up, but that was back on lap 19.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it'd be lap 19 for him.
Okay. He's technically only on lap 26, isn't he?
Correct. All right, let's take a look here. It looks like Joseph Weaver had some trouble right before the carousel. Here's a little knock there. 60 spins out, and this is where we saw Luke Smith right there pass him.
Okay.
So, wow. Now Joseph Weaver, that's his first fumble up here tonight. We can keep those down. Weaver's now sitting 13.
Keep an eye on him, Barney.
No, RSC Racing out there.
Okay.
I know. I got to figure out how to make a name for myself so these guys remember me. Already quite drunk already. Ha! Lightweight. I'm just kidding. See, he'll remember that. He'll remember that. He'll come back and get me for that one.
Yeah, well, you could have said something better like cheap date.
Cheap date? No, 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 no.
Okay, fine.
I know we're at a New York track, but I ain't voting that way.
So, all right.
Boy.
Yes?
Tough race here so far. And Stella, this is not bad. I kind of like how
Woo,
we're kind of running everything at Sim Tracks here. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We've got season 13 getting ready to wind up out there for the Bandit Racing League. I believe we got one more race, and we head to
a
hold on,
championship.
John Peterson. Oh no!
Oh.
It looks like
What is
Peterson
that?
rearranged his car. Hold on a second.
Oh, Lord.
Peterson, bus stop.
2,
Takes a left. Oh,
3.
oh no!
Oh.
Ugh. Cheesed it right in the wall.
Bumper 2.
Bummer. All right, so Peterson now down.
Wow.
Ouch. Well, he had the tow, so under green, that should be 2 minutes minimum to at least get him back to pit road, and we'll see if he checks out here for the night. I don't think Luke Smith
Huang
has enough time to pass him now.
Yeah, but Huang is trying to get his 4th spot back again. He's about the closest one to having a chance of changing positions.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Page is still trying, though. Down to that 4.1, and then it grows back to 4.5 after a couple more turns, so.
Well, tell us about the other things that we have going.
Well, I said the one's getting ready to have one race come to a close for the end of the playoffs, and then Bandit Racing League will be crowning their next champion, moving on to season 13.
Yes.
We pick up the USRL League here with the Xfinity cars for the Cup Series on Saturdays.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
so
where
we're kicking off a new season here. We'll actually be picking up the playoffs here starting next month for the trucks.
Yes,
for this
on
same
Thursdays.
league. Right. And then you want to talk about a nail biter there. So that's going to be tough. We'll kind of cue you guys in on some of the things that happened during the regular season. In case you didn't tune in to Captain Esports, you should, though. Go over there and see them, say hi, especially if this is one of your favorite leagues to watch. And then Nora is starting to crunch down. It's getting close to playoff time for them as well.
And that's Tuesdays.
Yes.
So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. You can find Sim Tracks on YouTube, experiencing the thrill of sim racing. The cutting edge broadcast and production company, Sim Tracks.
Oh, yeah. And definitely pushing it out there in 4K. Guys, don't forget to turn that resolution up here on YouTube. Trust me, it looks a lot better than we're watching in 420.
Oh, yeah.
Now we put it at 1080 at 60 frames a second. Oh, yeah, it looks good.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, it looks real good, especially when you see a car like Darrell Harris's here. Man, that thing looks slick.
It does. I give it to iRacing. I mean, to be able to bring people from all over, not just the country, but all over the world. I mean, we've had guys from Europe, we've had guys from Australia and New Zealand racing on the same tracks as a guy from Iowa, you know. And then on top of that, to be able to see your reflection, you know, in the side of a car, to have weather changes, to have, you know, all the little details of tire wear and fuel usage. I personally find that pretty amazing.
Oh, being able to put people within tenths of a second of each other?
Yes, with all those variables. And it's just, you know, this is what, you know, the internet is made for.
Well, here's an interesting toss-up. What do you think about
Okay.
lap traffic getting in the way and taking Krasnowski's lead and chopping it in half?
Ooh.
Now, if William
Yeah.
Page can make a solid pass here and get around,
2.25.
he'll have a chance. As right now, Krasnowski runs into more lap traffic here coming up.
Interesting.
Number 4, Zach Chrostowski, might be our game changer here. As Page does make the pass.
Now, who did he just pass?
John Peterson out there saying the 43, the motor is crackered. Oh, Page. No. Page losing grip here.
Trying too hard.
Yeah, he's trying to get around. I don't know if something happened heading into turn 1.
Oh, my heavens.
He is sliding to the inside of Chrostowski here. Excellent job. I want to give... I would say, as somebody on a lead lap, which I wasn't much of, the best thing you can do is if you hop out of the way and let these guys keep racing, I tell you, the leaders will thank you for it. You know what I mean? Right now, this did just kind of squeeze the race down a little bit, though. We were talking
Which, as a viewer, I don't mind.
Yeah, we were talking about Doe being able to make up some time, but he's looking at least 2 seconds before he can find Cam Barnes here, which is almost the identical distance that William Page has to Chrostowski. And now Chrostowski trying to hold on to it here. Hate to see John Peterson kind of down and out here.
Yeah, that was pretty wicked.
Yeah. Bad shot to the wall. And now I think Harris is in danger of going a lap down, though. That'll put us with only the top 10 on the lead lap.
Yep.
Harris here. That's Chrostowski. Yeah, there should be enough distance. Damn.
Yeah, this would be a kind of a cool race to watch in the evening between all the heated up brakes rotors and all the fire coming out of the exhaust. That would put a whole new element to the viewing.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd have enough lights.
Oh, not a chance. I was just, looking at the visuals because, they're sitting there spraying sparks everywhere.
Yep. Stella, we have 2 laps left to go here.
We do.
Page's hopes of catching him are slipping away.
Yes, he's back down to 3 seconds behind. But we do still have 11 people on the lead lap, which is good. Well, as Mr. Harris takes a little hop off. But,
Okay, yeah, hold on just a second here, Stella. I want to see something.
Okay.
The face on the hood of the 39 is John Peterson on Luke Smith's car.
It's too shiny. I can't make it out. Oh. Okay.
Excellent.
You sillies.
There he is.
Oh my goodness. We have had some creative paints over the over the seasons.
Well, especially the Jada.
I knew that's
Smith
the one
slap.
you.
That is the one that I can't get over that one.
Yep.
That has to be it. I mean,
But
we've
we've
seen
had a
one
little
with
of
people's
everything.
cat on there. Remember Chips on the
That's-
front of Raiders?
Yes, that's absolutely. Oh, there was one on. Yeah, we've had some doozies. Then we've had some that you don't want to do close-ups on, and which shame. But I think it's neat that they have a chance to be creative. Personally, I like the lightning bolts on his. Do you see the little purple lightnings?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
All right, reaching the last final couple of turns here.
White flag.
Yep, that is Paige you see back there. Just a hair off, 3 seconds off, though. And that might have it here. Not bad, not bad.
And there is our finish.
Yep. Awesome job here. As Justin Krzyzewski wins this one. Starting third on the night, having the pole was William Page, finishes second. And Davey Hazard still comes in on a podium finish.
You're right.
Joe's fours have run out. He finishes fifth here tonight.
Yeah. It was close.
Yep. Now we wait for a couple more guys to be able to finish their laps. Sidnor is going to finish eighth.
All right. Top 10 finish.
See how Austin Hakes is doing. Hakes is out in front of Ingram. The Ingram and the Toyota in front. Here comes
And
Ingram
Webster.
sitting 10th. All right.
Get him, Barney, get it.
Luke Smith looks like a 15th place finish.
All right.
Yeah, we'll double check and see on our final and see if 15th is where Luke Smith did place. I'm not sure because he matched exactly the amount of laps that John Peterson did.
They gave him 16.
Yep.
Daryl Harris did manage to hold his own and stay on the lead lap.
Yep.
But find your drivers, see where they finished, and we will do our best to find your drivers and give them a little interview.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. All right, guys, you heard what she said. Hold on a moment. All right, everybody, catching up with the third place finisher. It looks like Davey Hazard was our man out there. Davey, I hate to say it, man, doesn't look like it's going to be a four-time champ here in the Cup Series. Talk to me about this race. What was different?
Ooh, yeah, those two up there. I had the pace with them. I feel like I could have kept up if I was just consistent. And that's something that they were both very good at. I saw Will make a couple mistakes, but overall he ran a really good race, and Justin was phenomenal. I saw he was getting a lot of testing in. So, you know, I'm a road course guy. I like coming to the road courses. It's nice to come to a track where I can just kind of rely on the road racer instincts. But it would have been nice to be a little more consistent. I feel like we could have actually gone up there and challenged if I could have just kept it going lap after lap. Excuse me.
Yeah, I always say that when it comes to a fixed league. If I could just made this tweak, I might have been able to fix it. And I don't know how to fix me. But it's definitely tough, man. When we get to road courses, is one little fumble and bad things can happen. The next question I have for you, man, is when we came down pit, I noticed 4 tires and fuel. It looks like no choice, no difference made out there to think about short pitting at all. I mean, was it 100% game plan to take 4?
It was for me. People were able to not take tires and kind of keep up a little bit, but I think over the course of my buddy Huang Do, who was in this race, he accidentally took no tires on one of those stops, and he didn't have a very good time. As far as short pitting, the tire fall off wasn't so much that I felt like I could have made up a lot of ground. Um,
Uh-huh.
you know, it doesn't help that the two people in front of me were easily class of the field. If I was a little deeper in the pack, I probably would have gotten a little more creative, but um, being that I was up there in third, I was looking for a good points night. I'd rather just stick with what the leaders are doing.
Beautiful. All right, man. Well, we
Fair.
head to the concrete track next week. Confidence level heading to Nashville.
Ooh, I gotta be honest. I haven't turned a lap at that track in iRacing, but for maybe one race. Definitely not in the Xfinity car. But I've gone in every race this season, both in trucks and in Cup, without any real seat time except for what I had done a year ago or what I get to do in practice. So I'm confident that I'll be able to learn and overcome anything, any hurdles or whatever. But I was just looking for consistency after some rough races this season.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll remember turn 2 as soon as you hit it for the first time.
Don't say that.
Oh,
Don't say
dear.
that.
Well, that always seems to be what trips everybody up. It's that little weird tunnel turn that they have there, and it kind of squeezes guys out of there. Davey, man, while I got you in here, man, last question before I get your shout out since you're the admin. How can somebody join the USORL league, and how what do you guys offer that maybe these other leagues don't?
Well, just go to usorl.weebly.com. Our Discord link is there. You can sign up once you get in the Discord. We're really easy. Honestly, I feel like we're one of the better iRacing communities that I've been a part of. Everyone here is super friendly. The tempers get hot, after races, but overall, everyone's helpful. Everyone here wants to race hard. Everyone here wants to put on good races and put on good shows, and I feel like we do that pretty well.
Beautiful.
And with a good sense of humor, also.
I appreciate that. I think my friends are hilarious, but everyone thinks their friends are hilarious. So I'm glad someone else confirms it.
I do. I do.
I'm not too crazy.
All right, shout out time, big dog.
All right. Well, first of all, thanks to you guys for coming here, broadcasting our league, showing us to the world. I'm glad we can put on some pretty green races actually so far.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank all the other USRL admins who gave me a place to race before I was an admin and now help me put on some very fun cup and truck races. I want to thank all my primetime racing teammates who show up. Austin Hakes, he's been my guy, and then just everybody that tunes in. I sent the link to some people. If I know you and you tuned in, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's about it, man.
All right, Davey Hazard, congratulations on a third place finish, man. Got the podium, and we'll see if you can go for another one next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's going to be Davey Hazard, and I want to talk to our pole winner out there, William Page. William, this race, good and bad at the same time. We still got on the podium, man, but, man, this was a tough one, especially with Chrostowski out front.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the track is ice out there, so you had to be tiptoeing around the place just to stay alive, practically. But I put a good bit of practice in before this to make sure I was ready to go. And after getting pole and everything, I felt pretty confident. I know at least with the guys that were out there racing, I was like, this is at least a top 3 guaranteed. But in clean air, big factor out there.
And you did.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did. So, I mean, I will take what I can get. I've needed a good finish like that. Because, I mean, I haven't been able to race every cup race, but the ones I have, it's like, But this one has a good confidence boost.
All right.
Nice.
Well, what would you have changed here tonight to try to put Justin behind you?
I had a little slip up. Really, it just comes down to I had a little slip up on I think it was like lap 11 or 12, and about when he got by me, and I knew that was probably what was going to cost me it because we were discussing it. He definitely felt like I had better pace than him, and it was just more or less of taking opportunities when they came. So if it was that one little bobble that I had, I think out of the carousel, I think it was, that got him be able to get by me, wherever it happened on the track, that would be the one I would take away from the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, we did watch the pass for the lead, and it looked like there was a little wiggle to the outside. of you at the carousel, and then that was it. He slid to the inside, and you've been playing chase here all night. Hopefully, something like that won't happen at Nashville when we head there next week. I mean, I'm with the assumption that you're going to be there. Kind of what's the game plan heading into the concrete track?
Ugh, that's going to be, I mean, that's a totally different track. I mean, I've always liked Watkins Glen. Nashville is one I haven't raced personally yet in iRacing, so I don't even know myself of what I'm about to get into. So that just means I'm going to have to put some practice behind the wheel. That's really what it comes down to.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially with these fixed setups, it's hard to fix yourself when you kind of sling out of a tunnel turn at Nashville. The concrete you would think would have more grip, but it slips coming out of two, and the key is not putting it into the wall. Everybody goes up there and rearranges that right front fender, and you and I both know these Xfinity cars don't appreciate damage too much.
I'll do that in practice, not the race.
Atta boy. Always have plenty of backup cars in the infield. William Page, shout-out time.
I mean, really, my boys down, John Peterson, Cam Barnes, Garrett, Luke, Harry, all those guys down there always get, we're providing intel, getting the upper hand when we can. Air Force for being on board this week. And other than that, I think that's about it, honestly.
All right, man. Fantastic job, and we'll see how you do in Nashville.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Congrats.
All right, Stella, the 42 Ford comes in clutch here, sitting in second. But we got to talk to the 05 Toyota. He did not start in the front row, but he finished in the number one spot. Stella, go ahead and take this one away and figure out what in the world he's got underneath that hood.
Yeah, he's asking for trade secrets, don't you know?
I don't know if I have any secrets. I can give you some cheese advice, but that's about all I got.
Some cheese?
Yeah,
advice?
yeah. Wisconsinites best. I mean, that's about all we're good at. I mean, short track racing's popular here. I don't know if I had anything special on track tonight, but cheese is what we know best.
Okay.
I took that very wrong with the way, what sponsor you had on the car.
That's all right. That's all right.
I had zero idea. The last time I heard cheese and a sport together was like watching Major League when they were saying, throw him the cheddar,
Well, that was way before my time, not to make you feel old, but that's okay.
Well, I'll be. Yeah, you did. Alrighty. Well, what do you think about being able to get past the three-time winner there of Davey Hazard and the newcomer Page tonight?
Yeah, Davey and Will were both really good. Honestly, they were probably both faster than me, but I've been doing this for a long time, stock car road racing, on iRacing for over a decade, so I was pretty confident going in that we could be okay in the long run if I just didn't make any mistakes, and I was just looking, I was the only car in the field tonight with 0x, so no mistakes was the key, and the pit stops worked out, and William only had that one slip, and that was our opportunity. We got the lead, and Clean Air was worth about a tenth, and that was just enough to stay out in front of him, and it just kind of worked out from there. So I'm happy to take this win, and hopefully the first of many.
Sure did. Yeah, I was impressed because you did keep anywhere from 2 to 5 seconds ahead of him most of the night once you did make that pass. So, Patrick, help me out here. I don't know what to ask about Nashville.
Well, instead of Nashville, how rough was it getting around lap traffic? Did it cost you any time to your game plan of staying out front?
Not really. Most of them were pretty respectful, pretty good. I think most of the guys when you come to these road races know that if they're not in contention, they pretty much jump out of the way. And thankfully, Watkins Glen has a nice wide place. So only one that we had issues with, which I won't call out, obviously. But for the most part, everybody was really good, really respectful, because it does cost you a lot of time to try and make passes here, especially on worn tires. But everybody was pretty good about it. We only had that one full course yellow right at the beginning. So I'm glad everybody had a nice, clean race. I hope everybody had fun, and I hope it was fun to watch.
Excellent. Shout out time.
Yeah, thank you guys, obviously, for the broadcast. It means the world that we're able to race and have people enjoy what we do and watch us go to work. And my Dragon teammates, I was flying solo tonight, but thanks to all of them, especially Sean, team owner, painted this car along with my buddy Coy. So it's a beautiful cystic fibrosis paint scheme. And just Sean's been going through a lot. He lost a close member of his family the last couple of weeks, so it was good to get this one done for him. I'm glad we were able to give him a shout out and get a P1 done tonight. But thanks to the admins for all they do to put this on, Zach for sponsoring the race tonight, and like I mentioned, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation for keeping me alive. So it was a good night all around.
All right, Justin
Nice.
Kaczynski, congratulations, buddy, and we'll see how you do in Nashville.
Thank you all. Greatly appreciate it.
Bet.
All right, Stella, that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and get on off here. And we said it once. We probably said it at least 5 or 6 times. Nashville Super Speedway is where we're going. And no, not the little itty-bitty tiny track. We're going to the big concrete tri-oval one. So that should be an excellent race there, Stella. I can't wait to see how that goes. We move to Nora next, though, on Tuesday. You know where we are?
Oh, no.
Richmond, baby. Short track time. So, guys, keep an eye out there for all the upcoming streams that we'll have signed up for you guys. That way you can start seeing where we're looking. Definitely make sure you star and subscribe, guys. That's the only way I can see you talk. Obviously, you can see our RSC Racing out there. Jay's out there talking. Douglas is out there. And even Jesse Witten is out there talking. We respond, talk to you guys, and maybe we'll see if we can find something. I've even had guys even ask about playing a little bit of a different replay. But Stella, anything left to add here before we sign off?
Nope. I'm good. This was for a road course. I was pleasantly entertained. Sometimes everybody gets all stretched out, and we're just hunting for people. But no, this was very nice and a good field, and I want to do it again.
All right, guys, from all of us here at Simtrax Broadcasting, we bring you the USRL League. Be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you guys next time.